Hello, everybody. Hello there. Can you hear me? We're live. This is Tadeo in our live stream. And welcome to Let's Draw Comics. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Let me know. If the music is too loud, just let me know. If my audio is not clear enough, let me know. Hello there. So, let me greet who are in the chat room. Hello to Editia Negi, Iron Sauce, Nogi Official, hello there. Yvonne Forbes, Rajiv, hello there. Hello, hello. Rin DTPR, I cannot say it. Hello there. So, and hello to Trida Ruidas. Hello there. Am I too loud? You? Yeah. I should whisper sometimes. You know, my mic is sensitive right now. I should have turned down the levels. So today we're not going to animate today. We're not going to continue our Joker animation. We will continue that later. So right now we're gonna continue just doing something. So let's create file. We're not gonna draw a high resolution image, okay? We'll just create a landscape character, comic book character. Maybe we can ask everybody here in the chat which to draw. But you know, my personal choice is Wolverine. Unmasked and uncostumed. Since it's, I don't know, it's easy to draw Wolverine. So let me see. Hellfish, hello there. Pencil. So right now I'm using Krita as my painter program. Krita is a free software, so you can download it from their website in krita.org. So my dimension, let me show you my canvas size. So those who are asking, you can just there, just go there and to the left corner, lower corner, and you can see what dimension I'm using. Okay, make Batman. You know, okay, maybe we can do Batman, so we can trick. We can do all the tricks we know in comics. So let's draw Batman. I don't know how to draw Batman. Okay, so we're not drawing a portrait, right? So it's gonna be like landscape. So if we can finish Batman, maybe we can draw another character after we draw Batman and color it. Maybe color it. I'll show you a little trick of coloring in comics. So Batman usually, when you draw Batman, make sure he's got a very thick neck. It's like starting from here all the way down. very, very thick neck. Just like Batman of Michael Keaton from the movie Batman from 1989 movie. Michael Keaton has a very, very thick neck with his costume, but you know, he's not really thick neck person. But you know, that's why you cannot see him turning his head freely. So we're gonna minimize. If we have question, let me see. Let me just finish this before we pop in some question. So the trick in the book when you're in the deadline, when you're doing Batman, draw him with cape on his body, covering his entire body. So that's the trick. Let me just let's just tweak his body. Let's rotate the body a bit. The neck. Whoop. No. Here. Oh, fooey. Again. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let me save this first. Let me save comments. Batty. Okay, what's the question? You wanted to, what? Somebody said SpongeBob. Who is Lisa Manoban? Sorry, I don't know that. Hello, Lambredas. I'm doing well, thank you. Captain America. Why are you skipping digital painting background? It's very important. Well, first of all, maybe later. I have another tutorial about the background painting. It's a Totoro background painting. So you can check that out. Of course, I cannot teach you every trick all at the same time. Maybe you can just learn it first. Master it. Anyways, I'll make another background digital painting soon. But you know, I am so busy with lots of stuff. I'm doing a thumbnail. No. Somewhat a fan comics, motion comics, for a friend. So there. So let's give him a. We're gonna draw Batman with a oval emblem or something. It's like the Batman Michael Keaton. I like that movie. So we're gonna make his cape blowing in the wind. There you go. So the bat ears. So we're gonna make a template, the facial template. Okay, do we have a question? Where are you from? I'm from the Philippines. Uh, um, I've been living in Philippines since the day of my birth. So, do you prefer manga or comics? Both. But if I want to draw a serious looking character, I'll go for comics. But if I want to have some fun drawing, um, I'll go for manga. If I want my comics to be fun and uh, just a black and white drawing. What is your age? I'm around 40. I'm almost 50, actually. Almost. Just I think 3 years uh, from now, I'm 50. Love Stick, he's from Philippines. Do you prefer modern Batman or the 90s Batman? Um I like the Batman from the 80s actually. It's so simple. Not right now. The Batman seems to be detailed. I like the simple Batman than than the the design right now. We're gonna flip this. I'm gonna mirror it so we can see our error. All right. What do you prefer, classic anime or the new anime? I think the new anime right now, uh, from what I see from the Japanese drawing, they they are more drawn on uh, digital right now. So they use 3D models to create their backgrounds, to create their drawings. Not like Ghost in the Shell from the before, from the 80s. You can see it was really drawn by hand and no digital trickery. So I prefer the before drawing. But it's 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 your taste. For me, it's the 80s are the um, better drawn because it was drawn um, by hand. There's nothing wrong with digital, so you can create more um, artwork or better artwork. It's all right. Okay, so this is the Batman. Okay, we'll remove the cape. I want to draw his anatomy. I changed my mind. Let's not do any more tricking here. I like to draw the anatomy. Alright, let's move the feet here. Alright. Alright. Okay, let's hide. Let's turn on the opacity of Batman, this layer, and turn on another background. So I'm using a regular brush. This is circle brush, okay? With maybe we can use number 8, 7. All right. Let me see. What are the questions? What practice I need to be a comic artist? To be a comic book artist, you need to practice a lot. I mean a lot. As in a lot. Because we have wider competition right now since we have the internet. All the great artists out there is already competing just to join in the industry. So the main course is to just practice, draw everything you know, everything. You should create a portfolio from what you're good at. Let's say if you're good at robot, show them that you can draw robot. Of course, you need to draw humans. Show them that. So, if you really want to be a comic book artist, just practice a lot. That's what I did and what I've been doing. It's not easy, actually. It's not really easy to join the industry because it's a big competition when you need to break in. So I wish you good luck, but you know you need to practice. That's all I can give you right now. It's the best advice out there. I like his bigger ear, the ear like this because it's bigger. It's suggesting more when you see him out on the top of the rooftop rather than the short ear like who's that Batman? Ben Affleck. Yeah, Ben Affleck. So later on we will I'll show you the shadowing of Batman because Batman needs to have shadows all the time because he's the Batman. He's a Dark Knight. So in comics, you having a cape is an advantage for artists. When you draw a character and you have a deadline, you need to cover him with a cape. So, who is I thought you were 25 or 30. No, I'm pretty old. I'm pretty old. I'm around 40. How you got into animation? I just like it. Ever since I've been into animation, even when I was little, I started making my own animation on a flip book. So I used the thickest book in the house and draw there and make my own animation. So the head is quite okay. So I'm earlier I was working on my project, on my not my project, it's for my friend, and I was about to finish one character, and I was like, oh, it's already 10. I need to go online. So hopefully I'll finish it tonight after the stream and send it to him, because I promised him I'm gonna send a drawing tonight. So after drawing this, okay, draw the eyes. Let's see if this is okay. Okay, Kimba, the last line. I think no, I haven't. But I know the character. It was an original Lion King. Yeah. I know it was played in our local network. Few years ago. But it was cancelled. It was dubbed in our local language. So I know the cartoon, but I know the anime. It's anime. No, is it anime? I know it's anime. I thought it was Rankin Bass TV series, but I know it's anime. I yeah, listen to the admin, my wife. Yeah, I just had my haircut because it's quite hot with long hair, so I had to. After 2 years of pandemic hair, I had to have a haircut. So this is how I draw the emblem of Batman. I just draw everything and fill it in. So let's now thicken the lines. Need to thicken the lines. You need to fill this cape with black. There you go. So when you draw Batman, you need to draw him all the lights should be behind him. So this time I'll show I'm going to put shading under his nose. So usually when I draw Batman, I give him lots of shadows. Lots of shadows. And the shadow is always in front of him, especially the mask. Even though the shadow is not related to his face shadow, make sure you draw the shadow in on his mask, like this one. Give him eye bags, eyeshadow. Give me eyebrows. Alright, let me see if I have some question. Hey, you should start vlogging so we could know more about you, how you work and all this stuff. Yes, by next year, hopefully, I'll return my Patreon website. I'll go back to Patreon for a while and maybe post personal blogs, maybe videos. Of course, it's linked here on YouTube. Post some pictures. Maybe some will be exclusive for supporters who registered to my Patreon. There will be some sketches to preview because I cannot post here on YouTube, so I need to post it there. Then you will be able to download some Krita files, videos, maybe previews of my current project. That's it. Hopefully I'll do it next year. Hopefully it's January or something. We'll have some fun. Maybe I'll start creating memberships for my, I'm not sure yet, for YouTube subscribers. After doing the shadow, we'll give him a little wrinkle here, even though he's wearing a mask. I was thinking of drawing another character called Cyber Force, but they were like a team. I told myself I'm not going to draw a whole team in just 2 hours. Maybe later I'll make a time lapse or something. we draw Batman's shadow? Your shadow. Knowing all this shadowing is um, very hard sometimes because you need to guess. Because I don't know anything about shadowing, but I'm trying. Like I said, I'm a comic book artist, and I was an inker for Marvel. So I know a bit about drawing. I don't just ink, I also draw, I paint, I do little animation. I'm gonna have some hot chocolate. Mind sound? It's hot. Maybe later. It's too hot. So, let me see. Have you watched Yu Yu Hakusho? Oh, the Ghost Fighter. Is it? Ghost Fighter, yeah. I watched few episodes in Netflix. But you see, I have no time to watch right now, so I haven't finished. There are lots of good anime in YouTube in Netflix. So I wish I could watch them all. I cannot. I have trouble watching and drawing at the same time. That's my curse. I cannot watch and draw at the same time. I wish I can do both. But you know, I have to, if I'm going to have a rest, if I'm resting or relaxing, I watch Netflix. So let's make a drop shadow. Drop shadow. There we go. I was thinking of drawing this in traditional pencil and ink. But I need new glasses. I need new glasses for my eyes because I think my eyes are getting worse now as I'm having another age, what do you call it? Age increment. Okay, let's make a shadow on a cape. Don't forget your hot choco. Okay, let's make some shadow here. It's hatching. Okay. Sir, blending knife, use normal settings or different settings. Um, Normal. I'm using the default settings for that. So use and what you have there. Sir, when did you started your animation career, and also which age do you learn animation? Um, I started animation seriously just 2 years ago. But I tried animating way back when I was a teenager and maybe younger than that. So I got influenced in more in comics like this one. So I concentrated more in comics because I like comics. So later, as I don't have um, work, since Marvel hasn't sent me any work yet, I tried making animation, uh, and it was fun. And I tried animating since then. It was 2 years ago when I started learning animation again, because I wasn't animating seriously. Okay. Hello, Maddie. Hello there. Hello, hello. Whatever your name is, because it's in different language. So hello there. Um, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. All right. So far, no questions. So we're gonna finish this and maybe color it. Draw a cityscape maybe. Draw the rib cage. Okay. Draw more hatchings. Sometimes hatchings taking forever to finish. Okay, where's my choco? Choco, guys. Nice. So, Samurai Bunny, hello there. Hey there, this is the first time I turned into one of your live stream, but I've been watching and been subscribed in quite a bit of time. Thank you for joining me here. It's fun having people with me because of the pandemic. But you know, we're good. We're doing good. Even though I can't yet do any video for animation because I'm quite busy. So I need to wind up a little. I'd like to ask, what are that second way you use? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking. Maybe you can elaborate more. Alright. Sometimes when you draw a Batman, you need to give him more shadows. More shadow. Like the cape. Okay. Even more muscular shadow. Let's give him shadow of the arm. Whoops. There's a hole. So know your shortcuts in Krita, because it will help you a lot to make your work faster. Like me, I created my own shortcuts. If you want to create your shortcuts, you can go to configure. You can configure Krita, and then keyboard shortcuts. You have this. You can type in the search like fill. Then the fill tool will be right here. So if you want to edit it, you can just click this or use the default. Right now I'm using the default. So you can click this and type in your input, then you're good to go. All right. So that's how we make your shortcuts. Very nice shadow. So I'll create more big patches here, just to create a shape, round shape on this deltoid. If you look from afar, the gradient I did here, this hatching creates an illusion from afar. Create an illusion of gradient. So every line hatching creates illusion of gradient. The rule is, don't draw all gradients. Don't draw gradients all over your drawing. There you go. More shadows. More shadows. Excuse me. So we're gonna color this, right? Excuse me. Could you give me any tips for understanding the anatomy of landscapes, scenery, and backgrounds in general? Here's my little advice. What I do is, I'll have my cell phone camera, and I go outside, take a picture, and use it as reference. Or maybe you can search Google for images. Always use reference. It's not a sin to use a reference. So if you have trouble drawing on a mountain, just copy a mountain. Don't trace it. Just copy it. Just use it as a guide. copy. Don't maybe study the your idols in let's say your idol in watercolor, how they watercolor their scenery or their backgrounds with use of watercolors. Do what they do until you adopt their skill. Not copy, just adopt, just to learn, to see if how the behavior of your paint works. Okay, that's my advice. It's not really a sin to copy everything. You know, you're using it for your study, for yourself. So don't be afraid. Okay, let's now turn off. So let's make a background. We'll just simplify this. We're gonna turn down the opacity a bit so we can color it. Let's see now. Wait a minute. Let's see. I selected the open space and then create new layer underneath the line art. Maybe fill the color with dark blue. Oops. Let's inverse the selection. Alright. And then shift backspace or fill. You want to fill. And then we're gonna color Batman. Let's create a group layer. Let's create Batman with some colors. So there you go. Oh, maybe we can just merge them together. We'll just merge the color. We'll just color it in one layer, so we won't have hard time selecting the entire drawing. So fill yellow for the emblem. There you go. White for the eyes. So now we've done coloring Batman. So we need another layer. We need to turn on the clipping mask. Then we turn the option. If you can see that. We turn our options here, the blending options, to multiply. Just keep the opacity 100%. Then use a brush with pressure sensitivity on. If you don't have that, you can check out this here, the size, the flow, the opacity. You need to turn that on. If this is off, then you need to turn that on. And I'm using a hard brush. As you can see, it's a hard brush. Alright, it's a very hard brush. So that's it. I'm going to okay now. Okay, and then we're gonna color using a violet, maybe a dark violet. Zoom in. Let's start doing the shading. Okay, we need to create background first. We need to change background, create another layer for the background. So we need to create, where's that? Where is that? Fill. I think purple is okay. Or maybe not. That one. So let's create, let's group it. Create another, you know, I like creating a new layer. So use a gradient, darken a bit. A little more. There you go. And create new layer. Use an orange for the background, darker orange, maybe brown. Use an airbrush. Maybe make this screen. Then we're gonna draw a moon. So we're gonna use a bigger brush. Use this color. I'm just using a brush, alright? I'm not using any trick here. So we're gonna there. So let's group it, clipping mask on. Alright. Let's create a moon. Just gonna create a moon. Maybe use an airbrush. So we're gonna blend it using a blending tool so it's softer. And then create another layer, like creating a layer. So maybe we have some questions here. I tried doing this kind of shading, but never got it. Gotta do it right. Thank you for doing this. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, sir. I'm curious. How long have you been doing comics for? Do you prefer Marvel or DC? I think I've been in comic industry since 1996. I'm sure most of you people right now haven't been born yet when I was in the industry already. So I worked on Marvel's Wolverine. So I did that. Lots of Marvel titles. I didn't work on any DC because I was working for Marvel, and Marvel kept giving me work 3 years ago. So I'm gonna color the moon. This is the moon. So I'm sure most of you doesn't like drawing the moon, so they'll search the web, cut and paste the moon. I don't prefer that, but you know, it's fun drawing. You know, if you really like drawing and you like to draw everything, you want to try draw everything, like for instance this, the moon, you go draw it. You just draw the moon. If you don't like drawing the moon, then I guess you're missing out. I think you're lazy. Sorry guys if I'm saying that, but because if you really like drawing, you draw everything. So what's next? Ed, how did you did that for coloring Batman with this pushing a tool? Okay, it was too fast, so I'm gonna slow down. So what I did was first, let's remove that. First is I selected, okay, I selected the empty space. So I select the layer. I'll show you. I select the layer and then use a magic wand here, and I selected the empty space, this empty space, okay, the empty space. I use a magic wand, okay, I selected it, and as you can see there's a marquee around the drawing. Make sure your drawing has no hole, right? There's no hole that will pass through the drawing, all right? So after selecting the empty space around Batman, I will invert it, okay? Go to select and then invert selection, right? Okay, now it's inverted. Selection is inverted. Now you gotta go to your coloring layer. For instance, this one. Okay, let's create new one. So I'll demonstrate it. So that's a new. This is the blank layer without anything on it. So as the selection is on the drawing, we will fill this with color. Let's say Batman is dark bluish color, so I want that on the drawing. So I'm going to select color, right? I selected the color and then use a bucket tool or the fill tool. Where is it? I'm not using it. This one. I'm gonna use it 100% opacity. Okay. After selecting it, you fill it. That's it. Okay, so I'll go to the drawing and then use a pen tool with the hard brush. Okay, I'll go to the brush here and use a brush tool. This one, the pen. This is the pen with the hard edge. You can see here with the hard edge. Let me resize it. Where is it? The size here. Here's the size. That's the hard brush. All right. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna brush everything the color here. Right. Use a color like this one. I'm gonna color it around first, around, and then fill it again with a bucket. Right? I'm gonna fill it. That's it. Right? Make sure your fill, like mine, should be 0. Always 0. So it won't grow. When I keep filling it, it won't grow. Right? So if this is incremented into 1, then I keep filling it, it will start growing. See? So you should turn that off, like 0 pixel, right? That's it. That's how I fill my Batman color. So let's remove this. So Where am I now? I'm lost. So let's go to the moon. Go back to the moon. Use a brush. So let's use a smudge tool. I'm gonna smudge it. Smudge it. Follow the contour of the shape of the moon. Circle now. There you go. Alright. Now we're going to create more shadows for the moon. You don't need to draw details, right? We'll just draw a little shadows here. So let's create more highlights for the moon. Let's draw the crater explosions. Crater explosions. No detail. Right. Let's use a bigger brush and create a lighter color. Okay, so after doing that, create another layer. Create a blending options here. Screen, right? So use a brush. Use a blue color. Gonna glow the moon. So you see, let's say we need a star here. So let's create a layer. Fill it with black. Okay, fill it with black. Right? Oh no, it's dark. Ah. Okay. Here's a trick. A trick you should remember. Let's put some other filter. Okay, filter. Noise. Then use the default. Then press OK. Then go again to the filter. And then adjust. Then desaturate. Okay. It will turn into black and white. Use the default. Click OK. So you can see. And then go again to the filter. And then blur it. Go to the blur. Use the default again. Click OK. And then go to filter again. Go to adjust. And then levels. Then go to slide the slider here. The input levels. Slide it. And then the dark color first. Then the highlights. Okay. The highlights. And then you drag it all the way together. Oh, let's adjust it a bit. It's too dark. Nope, a little darker. Let's see now. Let's see if there's a star. Okay, there's a little star now. So after choosing, go to the layer that we did, okay, and choose screen. Now we have star. Real simple Simple trick that I learned from the Japanese. Okay, so we're not gonna draw any more clouds. No, we're gonna draw clouds. Right, before we start coloring the shading of Batman, we will draw clouds first. Choose a darker color of the clouds, maybe this one. Yeah. Okay, darker color. Maybe darker more. Darker more. Okay. Okay. Oh, you draw clouds like that. No. I'll teach you another trick. For doing the background. Right. So after drawing the background, the clouds like that, it's not overwhelming. Use a smudge tool. Let me show you this. The palette knife, alright? The palette knife. This one, the palette knife. Right? This is a default palette knife, so whatever you have there, just use it. Alright, then smudge it. Smudge the clouds. Right? Sideways. Sideways. So we draw clouds. We just smudge it sideways. Right. Let me just drink my warm. All right. There you go. We have the clouds. All right. That's it. That's how you draw the clouds. So we're gonna start shading on Batman. What's this? Yeah. Gonna use the purple. And okay, we're gonna color Batman the purple color. So the Batman shadows is in front of his face. So the shadow is 12 o'clock. And then shadow, more shadow. I'll just follow the contour of the shadow that I drew. Okay, Okay, someone's asking if Synfig Studio versus Tahoma versus Krita, which is the best for animation? Depends on who's using. If you're animator and you love the program, whatever program that is, that's the best. There's no best program. Whatever best for you. That's why you call it best for you. You cannot make a competition with each and every software you find. It's whatever software that is you're comfortable with, you can use it well, then that's the best for you. If you're using two softwares for animation, then those two softwares will be the best for you. So it's not really a competition which is the best and which is not the best. So we're gonna shade it. Okay, I'm using a hard brush. As you can see, it's very hard, and I'm very roughly shading Batman with a rough brush with the pressure sensitivity enabled. So I'm brushing all the way. All right. So make sure you know the shading. So I'm gonna use a blending tool like what do you call it? What do you call this tool? I forgot what to call it. This is a just a blender brush, regular blender brush. So I'm gonna use that to blend everything. Because if I'm using this is a soft. It's gonna take forever for me to, right? So I'm gonna use a hard brush because I don't have to resize my brush all the time. I'll show you later when we're done shading Batman. All right. So we're gonna put the shading here. So we will have a secondary light later. Maybe it's a blue light or a red light or something. Secondary light for Batman. Always use a secondary light for your characters, so that the character will pop out. All right, almost done. All right, there you go. Okay, now we've done the shading. Now we're gonna use the blending brush. We're gonna use the blending brush to blend everything. Don't blend everything soft. Whatever soft you can apply on, something that will work, try blending it. So I'm using the other side of the shading. Not everything is blending. I was also a colorist for Marvel for, I think it was for 7 years. I was coloring for Marvel. I colored Wolverine, X-Men, almost all the X books for Marvel. I tried coloring it, so I'm happy I did that. I colored Iron Man, Captain America. What else? X-Men. I said that already. So we're gonna blend this. So if you're blending like this, you can blend it again, all over. Again, if you want it softer, So like this, let's say use a bigger brush. Softer. One of more softer. Blend it again. More softer. Blend it again. There you go. So if you have, if you're coloring something and your color is not really mixing well, that is really, you know, it's not evenly mixed or evenly rendered, try using a blender brush. It will help your drawing a bit. So there you go. Over here and softer. Okay, we're done. Not yet. We need the highlights. Create new layer here. Okay. New layer. New layer. Then clipping on. Then go to blending option stream. Keep the opacity 100. And then use the same brush. And then use a highlight color. Let's say lighter blue. Wait a minute. Change the brush. There you go. There you go. I'm not putting every highlights on every space I see. Okay, just choose the right bump, I think, bump, what you call it, of the figure. If not, just erase it since you're on a layer. Right. Okay. More highlights here. Then we're gonna use blender brush again. Alright, look from afar if your highlights are okay. There you go. Alright, then use a blender brush. As you can see, I'm not using I'm not blending everything. Like when I put the highlights, I blend everything. I just choose a place where which one I will blend. Let's say this one. I never blend this part. See this part? I never blend it. So I just use this part. Okay. And this one. This one too. I'm not blending this area here, just using this one. This one too. This one. Here I just use this and I lightly apply pressure on some area, right? And this one is pure pressure. This one is less pressure. This one too. More pressure here at the end. Less pressure in the middle. Here in the middle here, less pressure. And in the end, I'll give it lots of pressure here. So it will blend. Alright. Now you see my technique when I blend. So we have 30 minutes. I think we still have time. So let's blend it again. Then we will entertain some questions. We have some questions. Let me see. What is the best recommended specs PC for animation? If you can get Intel, get an i3 or i5 or higher, and give it 16 gigabyte of memory and a better video card or a GPU. I think that will work for your animation if you're using Krita or any program. If you're using an AMD, I think I'm not really good in computer, right? Although I'm a computer science student before. You can use AMD Ryzen 3 or higher. Just give it the best memory, like 16 and above, and a better GPU. That will work. I think that's enough. Because mine is only a Ryzen 5. Only has my computer only has 8 gig of memory, so it's not enough. But I'll buy an extra memory for my computer, maybe later. It's not enough, but you know, it can cope up. You can create animation well. Alright, I'm blending more here. Yes, there. There. More blend here. This is less blending now. Alright. Let's blend this more. It's the chest thingy. It's okay. Alright. Blend. There, softer. Alright, let's create, let me see, highlights for the skin. I'm using yellow, alright? Yellow. But you know, this is not the final color yet, because I'm gonna create another layer which will make everything darker. There you go. Blend, blend. It's like using a Copic marker. If you tried Copic marker, they have blender brush, and you can blend everything with the same color. Like say you have a dark gray, you can use a lighter gray to blend it. So let's create another layer. No, highlights first. On secondary light, create another layer. Screen. Secondary light will be blue light. So we're gonna use another Brush here. Clipping on. Don't forget your clipping mask. Always on. There, the blue light. Blue light is on, and then here there you go. Blue light, blue light, little blue light here. There you go. If the blue light is not enough, just put more lighter blue color. Oh man, I thought we're crashing. Blue, blue. There you go. Right. So let's create another highlight. Maybe yellow from behind. All right. We'll soften this color. Use a blender brush again. Soften it a bit. Yeah. All right. Here you go. So we'll create another layer just below our first highlight. Then use the blending here, the blender to darken. Then we'll create, hold on the control, then click the first layer of color. Right? Let's see. The first layer of color. Remember, this is the color. So control, hold on control, then click. Then click, it will create a selection. Just like Photoshop. Then go back to the darken layer. This is the darken layer. See? Darken layer. Alright? Then fill it with dark blue. I chose dark blue and then fill it with dark blue. What happened? Oh no! Wow. Now we're gonna change the opacity to maybe 35. Yeah, 35. And then that's it. That's it. So since we have glow here, we need to pass the glow over Batman. So we'll create another glow over Batman. This is the line art. See, that's the line art. All right, that's the line art. Then we'll create another layer. Create another layer. Then create the blending options to screen. Right, we change it to screen. Then go to blue color. I'm always using that color. So we're gonna use the airbrush. All right, the airbrush here. Airbrush. Right. All right. Oops. So we're gonna resize the brush. All right. Then create another highlight, passing through the line art, the black line art of Batman. There you go. If it's too much, then erase it. All right, there you go. There you go. We've done the Batman. So let's save it. And then here's a trick. Okay, I have another trick for you guys. So we're gonna group all of the layers except the sketch. This is a sketch, right? We're gonna group everything. Select all the layers, group it. All right. Collapse it first, and then highlight the group. All right. Right. Highlight the group, and then go to right click. I don't have a right click, so I'm using a mouse. Right click, then add, and then go to clone layer. Right, it will create a clone layer. Now, whatever, you know, I have a tutorial about this clone layer. So whatever you edit in the group layer, it will also appear on the clone layer. All right, it will also appear here in the clone layer. So we're going to group it again. We're gonna group the layer, the clone layer, and then press F3, all right, or right click F3, the properties. All right, so we create the we select it, and then go to here, then choose normal to screen, right? Then click OK. Click OK. All right. Now we have this layer, and then we will duplicate this. Control J 3 times or 2 times, because we already. So we have 3 copies of the clone. All right. So we're gonna create RGB. So this will be R G B, and there you go. So RGB. So these are mixed. So let's select the first R, the R layer. Press F3, right? Then since this is red, we're not gonna touch the red, so we'll just uncheck the blue and the green. Leave the red check, okay, and the alpha. And click OK. Same thing here. F3, then green, right? Green, then uncheck blue and red. So remaining is the green. Click OK, and then the blue. All right. Keep the blue check, and green uncheck, red uncheck. Now we are back to the color. Right? Now we're going to create a mask. Transform mask. We're going to transform this blue and the red. All right? We're going to transform it. Then go to down here. Go to transform mask. You can see it. Transform mask. Okay, let's do it again. We'll just right click. Transform mask. Add. Transform mask. All right. And click. Then go to, let's choose this tool here, the free transform. Choose that, and it will select the entire image. Then zoom in. Let's zoom in a bit. So let's scale it on the sideways. Right? As you can see, you have the yellow there. Scale it a bit. Make sure our tool here is on. All right. Make sure our tool here is on. Let's do that again. Make sure this is on. All right. So let's scale it. Scale a bit. Then press enter. All right. Now select the red. Then again, free transform. Add transform mask, and then while selected, click this and scale it again a bit. scale. As you can see, scale a bit. Now it has RGB split. See, it has red. It's an RGB split, right? It's like in a movie. Now let's create another layer. This time it will be a filter layer. Go here. Let's remove the. Wait a minute. Whoop. Let's remove this. Yeah, there you go. Let's spread it again. Filter, right? Filter layer. We'll create a layer here, and then we're gonna choose other noise. Oh no, it's raining. So gonna change the opacity to 12, just 12. So little. Sorry. So as you can see, it has noise, right? It's like a film noise. So that's it. Save it. Then you have the Batman that we did. All right. So far, excuse me. So far we have that, and let's see if we have some questions. Any questions, guys? Let me drink first. I'm choking. Looks great. Thank you, Lambredas. Thank you. Did you color them digitally back in the days? Yes. When I was coloring for Marvel, I was using Wacom Pen Partner as my tool and a computer, and that's it. I use digital, so we send our work via email. Sometimes we upload it through email, and then my boss will receive it, and he's the one who's going to compile everything, the effects layer, the color layer, the line art layer. So it's all up to him to compose everything. Hello sir, I want to say that your animated works are inspiring. I wonder how many hours did you spend each day when you are working on animation, especially the Jeff Smith bone? Yes, the Jeff Smith bones, I think it took me forever. I can't remember, but you know, it's in there in the description. In a day I need to spend less 19 hours drawing. If not, then I'm not drawing at all, because you know, humans get tired. So if I feel exhausted, I will not draw. Maybe I'll do some few frames and then rest, and after a few hours, few frames again, and rest. But most of the time I draw, right? I don't draw. I didn't draw bone every day, because sometimes I skip because I have other projects and I work on it. So it's not continuous process. It's cut once in a while. So that's it. Have you ever seen Cartoon Network series Over the Garden Wall? I'm not sure. I think I have. Maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. Batman Black, more cartoonish than DC comic. Yeah, I think they draw Batman less cartoony in their show, except for the Tim Burton Batman. the what do you call it? Can't remember. But you know the Tim Burton, not Tim Burton, Bruce Timm. What am I saying? Bruce Timm's Batman is animation friendly. That's why they use it. But you know there are cool Batman animation that I've seen. All right. Hello there, Nitesh. Krita looks good. Well, if you're into painting and animation, maybe it is good. So, tomorrow is my exam. Good luck. I wish you good luck for your exam. Hi, Tadeo. How are you? I just get here into the stream. Any tip for color theory? Use a color wheel. It's in the Google. You can search it. I think they have lots of combinations there in a color wheel. So you use that. Whatever color is in the color wheel, whatever it's complementing the opposite side of the color, then that's the color theory you can find. There are lots of color theories. There are color harmony for each colors. For if you have multiple colors, there's a combination. You can search it online. For me, I don't have any kind of magic thing to have to accomplish my colors. I just choose a color, whatever feels right. You know, don't use my technique because it's not right. I just feel my color. Okay. Hello, Johnny Fitz. Hello there. The start tip was great. Yeah, I you know, I was doing I've been coloring for years. And then suddenly I saw this Japanese gave a tip about creating stars. I was okay. I was so speechless when I saw it. Then I use it every time. So it's a good help. So if you have more questions, just pop it in because in 10 minutes we'll be off. So think of good question. Think of a good question so I can answer it. Oh, what happened? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, there you go. So we'll try to minimize this, save it. So if you have questions about drawings, I'll try to teach you a little tip. Let's make new. All right. So far, no questions. We are still online, I guess. So, if there's no question, and then I guess, okay, I think there's a question. What are some ways to warm up before actually drawing for a day? Special warm up. Okay, when you start, suppose you woke up and you're off your bed, and then you just wanna lose something like drawing. Just draw ahead. Draw something you know, like the head. Okay, let's draw a head. You draw that. Side view head, maybe. And then draw just to lose something, lose your, just to warm up. You draw the head, draw the anime head like that. Okay, here. Alright, draw that and then draw an eye. Something you know that will relax your head. Because sometimes, for the day, it's the first time you're drawing an eye. It's like, I forgot how to draw an eye. You already, if you draw that for a warm up, then you already know it refreshes your mind. Okay, that's it. You just draw something, unfinished work. All right, just draw something, everything that you can think of. Do you think Yueon Canvas 16 is good? I'm using Yueon. Well, I was using Yueon 13, so it's very small, but it's reliable. You can use it for a while if you're not really yet getting into a bigger business. So for a while, you just upgrade later on. So for a while, a 13-inch version of Yueon is okay, but for a small device, it's pretty small, because I'm using a 24 inches screen, so it's quite big. When I tried shifting to smaller, it's kind of it's new for me, but I get used to it. It's a start, so you don't need to be picky for start. All right. I'm always staring at my blank screen, looking to draw something, but I get stuck. When you look at your drawing, when you look at a blank screen or blank paper, don't draw. Just relax your mind for a while. Maybe your brain is not refreshing. You need to refresh. So once in a while, you just draw something like a very unfinished work. It's just a rough, just to start with, and then later on you go into the groove of drawing something. How do you get your inspiration? Well, I get my inspiration on animation is when I get to sleep. Before I go to sleep, my mind wanders around what will be my next animation, and think of something that is easier for me or fun for me. If I can think of if I think of something, that's nice, like what if Tomb Raider is jumping off the cliff, I'll think of something. How does Tomb Raider or Lara Croft jump off the cliff? How does her legs flow in the air as she jumps? Is she gonna grab something, or is there a vine? I think of something, a story that will run in my head that will work for the animation. So that's it. My mind wonders what's gonna happen, right? I don't just I'll animate this and I'll draw this. No, I just think. That's why I never storyboard my work. Whenever I start animating, I'll just start animating. If it's not working, I'll scrap it and I'll do another animation. Okay, that's not work. It's not working, so I'll draw another try. So I'm not gonna aim to the first thing that I thought of. So I'll just draw the animation, and if it's not working, then I'll scrap it. If I'm having hard time drawing the animation, then I'll scrap it, because it's not easy for me. So I'll try to animate that later on. I see, you know. So that's it. Thanks for the tip. Oh, thank you. Hello, sir. Hello, Land Animation. Hello there. Love your art and your creation. Thanks for the tip. Thank you very much. So, it's almost 12 here in Philippines. So, 12 midnight. So, I'd like to thank everybody who joined me for my live stream. Thank you very much. So this is Batman and me saying thank you and good night, guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye.